Shout out to my man, Doug Depp, right? This guy I follow, real estate investor on IG. Let's go.
One of the things that people do a little too soon is they want to leave their job immediately.
Good.
But what you have to realize is that your job is your biggest investor.
Okay.
So it's the job money. By me sacrificing and so forth, I was able to take 100% of my job money.
There you go.
Put that into more investments.
Got you. Okay.
So then as more cash flow came in, I put that back out in the street to buy more investments.
Gotcha.
So a lot of the biggest trap that people fall into when they're working corporate America is as they get a raise, what happens? They increase their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
They increase their spending. They're taking a little more trips. They want to get the bigger car. They want to get a better watch.
Mm-hmm.
The job loves when you do that. That's going to keep you coming back to the job. She's like, yo, all my money is spent after 30 days. I need that next hit. Now they're hooked. They look up 5 years, 10 years, 15 years is up. And they just, all they been doing was hugging that cubicle.
I don't know if I could have said it any better, man. I don't know if I could say it any better than that. See, this is what my man Randy asked me this question, and a lot of people ask me this question is like, why didn't you quit your job? Like, Jay, when you plan on quitting your job? And I'm like, yo, I'm still working, right? Like, do you understand that the moment that I quit that job and I go cold turkey, it's all on me at that point, right? It's already hard out here. So what I'm saying is there is such a benefit to keeping your job, right? I just talked to one of my guys yesterday. We was playing basketball, and he said he was starting up his LLC for his HVAC company. Shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. Let me give you a clap on that. Right? And he was like, I'm still going to keep my job. I am still going to keep my job. I'm like, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely when it's a side business, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's something you're already doing, if it's a side business, you just keep doing that, right? Because here's the thing that we don't talk about. Dry months, right? As an entrepreneur, you got ups and you got downs. You got moments where you pop in and you like, oh man, I got money coming in. And then you got those dry months. It might be one dry month for you or whatever. But then it's like, oh, man, I ain't got no money coming in. And then if something happens, you got to go to the hospital for some reason. It's cold, you get sick or whatever. Now you got bills coming in from the medical side. But if you keep your job as a business partner, which is what I tell y'all on the Cold Summer podcast, your job is your business partner. You go to work, you do what they got to do. They pay you every 2 weeks, and they give you a little bit of extra benefits and things like that. This is your help right here. Your job is your help, but you got to take that and find a way to not develop a lifestyle around it. Meaning what Doug Depp just said in here was when people get a promotion, they then started increasing the lifestyle. Their appetite gets bigger. These are natural things that happen when you get money, and you have to ask yourself, do I really need to do this? Do I want to do this? Because if I'm making more, I should be having my lifestyle shouldn't be as much. I should lower my lifestyle if I'm going to make more. Because at the end of the day, what I'm saying is you got to take that money and you got to invest it. I'm like Cat Williams when he was talking about Diddy, right? When he said, you got to tell him no. I'm saying you got to take the money and you got to invest it. That's it. You got to find a way to invest your money. You have to. And you got to use your job. Use your job, man. Tommy ain't got no job. Y'all got to use your job, bro. And see, some people, they can do the whole quit the job thing, go cold turkey and do well. That's not everybody's path. People, listen, somebody telling you to quit your job, I want you to tell them, all right, cool. Well, you going to pay my bills? Can you pay my bills while I quit this job? Oh, you not going to pay my bills? Then I ain't going to quit my job yet then, man. I encourage you. So when people ask me stuff, I encourage you to do both. To do both. Because it's those dry months that you're not thinking about that are going to creep up on you. And if you got kids and you have, family and responsibilities, those are things that you got to think about when they come up. And of course, listen, let me tell y'all something. I have had 5-figure months and I've had 1 6-figure month in my life. And you do feel that sense of, oh man, I can quit my job right now. Like, no, I can quit it right now. But let me tell y'all something. When I started investing that money, there were some dry months that came up. And if I wouldn't have had my job during those dry months, man, I would have been hit. Entrepreneurship is a roller coaster. Everybody thinks it's just a straight ascend and it's just going to ascend. Not for everybody. So while you're ascending, keep your job, man. Keep your job. Learn how to manage your job and whatever your side business is. Make that thing work. That's all I'm saying. Make it work. That's all. That's your income coming in. That's your stream. And as you get that coming in, it's up to you to take a little bit of that and invest it. Right? I think that one day I'll maybe share with y'all. Man, I'm trying to, man. I think that one day I'm gonna share something, and maybe I'll make it on a membership video, like a members only video on this channel. And maybe I'll share some stuff with y'all, even like what I have in like my bank account, not bank account, but brokerage account and real estate, and talk about the journey of that, right? And it's all because I had my job, right? So I'll tell you this. Right now I'm holding on to is different than saying I have, right? I'm holding on to $810,000 worth of real estate. Right? Estimated $810,000 worth of real estate. All right. So my thing is this. I've been able to do that with a job. And most of that money came from me being able to still have a job. So if I can continue to do that, even if it's a slow roll, why wouldn't I continue to keep doing that? Why make life harder for myself? Yeah, okay, yeah, you don't like your job, you don't like your boss, man. Man up, toughen up, put your big pants on, man, and just get through it and have a different mindset when you got to go through that job. Get to the point where you've paid off those credit cards and those things that are holding you back from feeling like you got to go into work. And then when you go into work, you're like, man, I'm coming here to take this money to invest. Because the next time I get paid on my paycheck, I'm taking $300, $400, $500 out, and it's going over here. Your job, if you listen to this on the Cold Summer Podcast, is to find a way to take that active income, which is the money that you work for on your job, and turn that into an investment or passive income. That is it. That's it. Your active income is money that you have to trade time for money for. You got to go to work. You got to clock in. You got to take the time to make the money. Fine. That's your active income. Find a way to invest that money. You have to. I don't care if you spend the next 12 months figuring out what I got to do to invest my money, do that. You'll find a way. I don't care if you put the money out in the stock market. I don't care if you're a lender. Some people are actual lenders where they'll lend their money out to people that need money for a percentage at a higher percentage. They'll be a lender. They'll put their money in the 401k, IRA, 401k. Some people will invest in real estate. Some people will then develop a business. They'll get some way to take that money and just throw it into something else to make more money. That is your goal here. It is not to live off your active income. Let me tell y'all, man. I went to the cigar bar on, let me see. I went to the cigar bar on Saturday, right? Out here at Churchill's in Birmingham. And my man Max Crosby walks in the building, right? Max Crosby from the Raiders, right? $94 million man, right? It was crazy. It was pretty dope. He was real chill. My man worth $94 million. And I was sitting there having a conversation with a guy who had owned a construction business for 40 years. He just sold his business. He like, man, I've been working. He's like, now I'm at that point in my life where like I've invested so much money that like I can sit for like a whole year, man, and just chill. He's like, I'm going to find a way to invest my money. He's like, I'm going to invest my money. That's my goal. He's like, but I made so much money, man, so I can actually kind of sit back and enjoy life a little bit. I'm only 52 years old.
Sensational.
I'm like 52 years old. He about to just sit down for a minute. And every time he was talking to me about like, you know, money and things like that, it was like, well, I'm selling this building for 1.1 million. I've got this over here. That's 6 million. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, dude is doing it. At the cigar bar chilling with my man Max Crosby walks in the building. Like, I'm like, yo, hold on. My man got it.
Sensational.
Why am I talking to you about this guy? Because he took his active income that he was working for 40 years inside this construction company that he built. He said, turn that into a business, invested my money. Look at where he at now. He chilling now, man. He can look up at the scoreboard and say, man, I'm ahead right now, man. I'm going to just go ahead and lay back. People at 52 and 53 years old, where he's at, they don't even have no money in their 401k. They can't even retire. They got to keep working. Whatever, man. I don't want to be at that age saying to myself, I need money. That don't scare y'all at all. Like, for real, that don't scare you at all, thinking about working to 69 and a half when they say you can finally get your 401k with no penalties and Social Security, whatever age that is. And then you then say, I still don't have enough money. That don't scare you. That scared me enough to be able to say, I got to figure this out right now at my age. Because then when you get to that age, let's just say you got a whole 401k, right? You know what you got to do with your 401k? You then got to take that and give that to some type of financial advisor. They got to watch your money. You can't even touch your money. The moment you touch your money, you'll get penalized on it, which means the government don't even trust you with a lot of money. I don't want to wait that long to enjoy my life and to have some bread. I'm going to continue to use my job. I'm going to run it up. And I'm going to also take that money and I'm going to invest it. For me, I'm putting it into real estate. I don't care. I'm doing the ways that I can do it to get it. I'm going to do that. Because in 10 years from now, when I look up and I hopefully have over 20 units in real estate, I'll be like, that's from me working. Some of this is some of my job money. My job helped me with this, right? And let me tell y'all something else, man. Why it's so important for a job. You know what you got to do? You know what you got to do? You make sure that you get a job that has really good benefits in a 401k. And you run it up. Run up your contribution, run it up. Understand that you're just taking that money from yourself to put it in something else better. The stock market is going to do better than you putting it in your bank account to pay some bills just to take your account to zero. No, invest it. You look up 10, maybe 15 years from now and be like, I got $100, $200, $300,000 in there. That's an asset. You go to the bank with that type of money with the W-2.
Sensational.
And a good credit score, you won't have a problem being able to get a loan or qualify for something or buy some real estate. Come on, man. Let me give you something right now. If you want to get into real estate right now, this is what I tell you to do. This is what I'm going to tell you to do, right? You ain't even got to do all the stuff I'm doing, trying to find these off-market deals and, you know what I'm saying, trying to find the finance for this and that and then blah, 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 fix and flip it. Go and buy a duplex. Preferably if you get a triplex or a fourplex, depending on your market, find that. Out here in the Michigan area, you can find a duplex easily. Go find a duplex, buy the duplex with the FHA loan, And guess what? Go and live in that one unit and rent out the other unit. So that way you don't even have to pay the entire mortgage. Somebody's helping you pay your living expenses. That's it. You get into it for 3.5% down, which is a low down payment, and you get a duplex, a triplex, or fourplex. You live in one unit and you rent out the other ones, and you continue doing that and run it up, and now you got your first piece of investment. Guess what you can now do with that passive income? Run up the passive income till you get it to a nice amount. Maybe you get it to $15,000, $20,000. And it's up to you to go do it again, or you can invest into more real estate, or take some of that money and go do something with it. Go and buy a house that can at least make you some money. If I could do this all over again and I had the knowledge that I have now that I didn't have about 7 years ago, me and my wife would have been in a duplex. And somebody would have been paying my mortgage. Everybody want to complain about living expenses and housing. Housing is one of your biggest expenses. So why not at least go find some place in a nice area, a duplex or whatever, live there while you rent out the other one. So instead of you paying $1,200 a month, you get somebody coming in and all you got to do is pay $600 a month. Man, I'll take that deal every single time. And you getting involved in real estate. Yeah, you're a landlord. Yeah, you're next door, but you're starting somewhere. Man, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. And use my job, because you use your job for the W-2, run up your 401k so you bankable to everybody. Go buy you a duplex, triplex, fourplex, live off that for like 2.5, 3 years, run it up, have low expense. Man, I just gave y'all an entire play, man. I gave you an entire strategic play on how you can lower your expenses while getting into real estate and making some money.